Okay. I still remember back in the day, what was it, the mid 2010s, maybe a little bit after that, we had the movement of Believe All Women that was brought to you by that movie producer. Is it Harvey Weinstein? I don't know. Anyways, because of the stuff that he was doing and things that was a lot of things that were done behind the scenes when it came to the treatment of women and the things that men in power got away with it. Believe All Women, Me Too became a major thing, and it took over America and the world for the longest time. It spread it so much that it wasn't necessarily just women. It eventually went to men. It expanded to men and everybody else, that anybody and everybody can be taken advantage of and used in an inappropriate way that you just do not want. You don't want to be touched. You don't want to be ogled. Sometimes in some instances we saw examples that it went a little too far, and it started becoming weaponized to an extent too. And here's an example of something that could have been potentially weaponized and ruin a man's life. Now, we don't have the man's exact name. However, the TikToker who uploaded the video is called In Real Life Monster High Doll. All together, one word or phrase together. And she has over 100,000 subscribers. Now, I will go to her TikTok page here in a minute after we get done watching some of the initial videos. This to kind of have context of where she's coming from and why she may have felt the way she did when it comes to some of these allegations. Now, this will let you know up front in the beginning, I think she overreacted, and I don't think things would have happened the way they did if it was a woman instead of a man. And I'll tell you why here towards the end. You'll figure it out as we go to the video. Now, with this being said, I do have this thing called the internet, and just like everybody else, I just wanted to see, would that be considered as saying what she was referring to, pretty much seeing another man in his home exposed. Do I think she should have seen that? No. But let's go ahead and start with the initial video. And this video I found is the third attempt at the first video, because the first video, it had footage of the man laying on his couch in his house and her delivering the food, and he got struck and taken down. So now this her explaining the situation and how she lost her playing with DoorDash. Let's see here. Here we go.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why.
And all this on the surface does sound very suspicious. We don't trust big corporations at all, right? And you see a woman that's being vulnerable, you want to believe her and go against the corporation, because right now America is hurting and we hear so much bad stuff, and we're just like, okay, this woman is trying to make a living. She got assaulted. What's going on? How can we help and support her? And right now, well, let me rephrase that. In the beginning, everybody was on her side, but now it's more split between 70-30.
So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working, and they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while DoorDashing.
And that was the other thing. I was kind of curious, like, how did this happen? Well, let's continue.
They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills. 3 days ago, October 12th, 2020.
Now, here's the continuation. A few days later, she gives more details herself.
I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes.
Now, I will say the TikTok algorithm is on some BS at times. I have a couple of strikes myself for just making comments when I've seen much worse and received much worse than anything that I have ever written. But, you know, it is what it is.
So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on.
I wish she would have clarified what is wide open to her. Like, was she able to fit through it or just see through it?
And they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that...
And you see, and right there, she says she won't be posting a video clip anymore, but plenty of people seen the video clip. I just didn't. But from everybody, the general consensus was the door was pretty much closed. There was a crack, and she opened the crack to see in more, and that's when she saw the man. So she exposed herself and invaded his privacy. But let's just hear what she has to say.
That's what's getting me the strikes. But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support, and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back. DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter. And
No, ma'am. Let's not tell that lie now.
And TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing nothing. So what? You're going to take down my videos and...
Now, here's the thing. This is what started making a red flag for a lot of people. You have a white woman who is claiming she has been SA'd. Her employer and the police don't do anything. Generally speaking, when you see pretty white women that claim that, something happens, right? Especially with the amount of attention that she has garnered from her TikTok, because her TikTok has millions upon millions of views on these particular topics. But let's go ahead and continue.
Give me strikes and just expect me to be like, oh, I just better shut up. I just better sit here and be quiet. I just better not say anything else. I've lost my job, my only way to pay my bills and make a living. I've also gotten assaulted, and the police are doing nothing to help me. So let me just shut up. You know, the videos got taken down. Nobody has to know what happened to me. No, I'm going to keep telling my story. Like, this is the only justice I'm getting, is exposing this man and having posted that video and it has gone viral. Like, now he can live with shame and embarrassment if people have seen it and knows who he is or where he... You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one being punished. He's not getting in...
Yeah. So, you know what? Let's just go and continue before I make another comment.
Trouble with the police. He didn't lose his job if he has one. Like... What's going on with him? Why am I getting fired?
Because you violated him.
Why are my videos getting taken down and why am I getting strikes? Like, I'm about to lose my account. I was assaulted. I'm the victim. I lost my job. I'm the victim. Right?
No, you're not the victim this time. And here's the thing. Now, in one of the videos, I'll play in a minute, she claims to be a lesbian for what I can tell. And that's why I said earlier, you know, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. It is really who it was. It was a man laying down on his couch, just relaxing. Now, with that being said, I went ahead and used the internet, and I went ahead and went to ChatGPT. I cheated a little bit, and I just kind of asked them the topic of this particular video. What could this consider a crime on her end or on his end? So this is a breakdown for TikTok. And again, I am not a lawyer. I am not legally trained. I got this information from TikTok and from ChatGPT. So do not think I'm a lawyer. I do not know what I'm talking about. I'm just going through some prompts and asking some questions and having a conversation with the AI essentially. Okay, so accidentally seeing someone through a cracked door, because that's what happened in the video. Okay, not a crime. There is no assault or contact or intent. This is an accidental observation, not misconduct. Deliver your order and walk away. what she should have did. And I had to pause because I almost said the words I can't say on TikTok, the forbidden words. So if I pause, because I'm trying to give another word besides what I want to say. We can't talk like adults because we upload this stuff and it asks us this for kids or adults, whatever. Anyways, intentionally peeking or lingering to watch could be considered voyeurism or unlawful surveillance. If done for gratification or amusement, it is a Class E felony. Now, the gratification part is what I would think she will fall into because she did unlawful surveillance this man in his own home. The door is cracked and she recorded him and she uploaded, and it was the gratification of knowing that she was going to expose this man for the creep that he is, supposing in her words, and how she was S8 and this is her getting her justice back, the justice that she believes she deserves. All the while, she's making this man a victim. Okay. Entering the home without permission. Now, I wish I could see the original video, but when I'm told, there was a screen door that she opened, and then she looked through the other door and kind of opened so she could see what was going on. Some people said she could step in. That's why I have the entering a home without permission in there. That could lead to criminal trespass. Even stepping 1 foot inside without consent can count as unlawful entry. And in Florida, when you have unlawful entry, that gives you the right to shoot somebody, unfortunately. A long story there. Let's see. Taking photos or videos of the person. Clearly, unlawful surveillance and possible dissemination of unlawful images. Recording or sharing is a felony and civil privacy violation. Okay. Now, number 5 really didn't happen. Touching, exposing yourself, or making SA comments. So, he didn't touch, didn't force anything, so nothing really there, right? Let's go into the scenarios and a possible charge. Accidental glance, that goes into point 1. Not a charge, not considered sexual assault. Intentionally peeking. Unlawful surveillance is a possible charge. No, not sexual assault. Trying to censor myself. Entering a home, criminal trespassing. No, not, assault. Taking photos or videos, unlawful surveillance. No, not assault. Touching or exposing yourself, that didn't really happen in this particular situation, since everything else that were reviewed showed that she was in it wrong by intentionally peeking and looking into the man's home. Right? But again, people, they see certain people tears and they want to act. Now, then I went into look into the whole entire penalties on New York law. That accidentally seeing someone, no, nothing there. They say intentionally peeking or voyeurism. This is the part that I found very interesting, considering that it is unlawful surveillance, a Class E felony, up to 4 years in a state prison, fined up to $5,000. And also a ex-offender registration is possible. Oh, I didn't realize that. Applies only if viewing or recording was done for extra gratification or amusement. Now, if we're talking about extra gratification, I don't think that would be the case, or amusement. So I guess I really want to apply to her for that long sentence. But, this are the possibilities. You never know what a lawyer can try to prove, right? Entering a home without permission, Class B misdemeanor, up to 1 year in jail, and a fine up to $1,000 becomes a felony if property and dwelling you knew was entry was illegal. Interesting. Okay. Taking or sharing photos or video, unlawful surveillance or dissemination of unlawful surveillance images, Class E felony, up to 4 years in prison, fine up to $5,000, possible ex-offender status. The penalty increases if the recording is shared or dispersed online. And it was shared online. And the touching and exposing yourself, surprisingly not that much time, but that I don't think that really falls into the categories here. And that's just the other stuff here. So, instead of just using, an AI just to make random images, you can just try to find information sometimes. let's go ahead and get to the other video. And this is why I was talking about, I think that if it was somebody else, it wouldn't have been a bad deal because she considers herself a lesbian. And I took out the sound mainly because of the audio there was from Family Guy. I wasn't sure I was copyrighted or not, so I just took it out. But the video is showing, it says, the title is, or the caption says, "My opinion on blue is the woman's color as a lesbian." Now, that's why I was saying if it was someone else, like a woman, she may have made an excuse and not consider it, assault. I mean, what could have ended up happening, man, or DoorDash?
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now. To DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed and they were supposed to help me. So let me just shut up, as one like.
Okay, that was the other video I wanted to see. But actually, let's see if we can go to her TikTok right quick. Okay, let's refresh. That's her TikTok. Like I said, almost 200,000 subscribers now. And that's what I mean. She made millions upon millions of views on here from 1.1, 1.3, 14.1, 1.8, 1.2, 3, 3.9. She has another update on there, but I'll leave that alone for now. And then she also has, well, not she, excuse me, DoorDash made, on their TikTok, made a statement about this. And let's see here. We've seen some tough and sensitive posts over the past few days, and you want to clear the air. No one should ever have to experience sexual assault, harassment, or abuse, and DoorDash never deactivates someone for reporting it, full stop. We take these reports incredibly serious and work closely with law enforcement to investigate and support those affected. In this case, the Dasher let us know about the experience made them feel unsafe, and that's exactly what we always want Dashers to do. Our team immediately began investigating and has begun direct contact with law enforcement and was prepared to fully support any of their efforts. However, posting a video of a customer in their home and disclosing their personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. That is the sole reason that this Dasher account was deactivated along with the customers. While we investigate, we also ensure that the Dasher has full access to their earnings. We know these are sensitive situations, and we want every Dasher to know if you ever feel unsafe or experience something concerning, come to us. We're here to listen, act, and support. Now, the comments on this particular video, let's see. Don't worry, DoorDash. I want to place my order right now. I feel bad for DoorDash for dealing with this. The way people are mad about this when she walked into a house without permission is crazy. I think everyone is missing the point. She posted it online. That's the problem. We're using Uber Eats here now, right? Let's see. I'm a DoorDasher. I'm actually, y'all in the comments, Bonnie taking her side is actually hysterical. Yeah. A lot of people did.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated.
Now, here we go. I went back to the original video that I played earlier from my page. See, girl, please sue DoorDash, and I'm being so for real, you will automatically win. So we're bullcrane DoorDash, right? I'm spending my money on blah, blah. Get a lawyer. And this is all the initial video comments from 3 days ago. Then we get into the update video.
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025.
DoorDash has posted a claim the reason you were deactivated was for recording inside a home and violating their policy. DoorDash turned off their comments, their video. I saw the comments on the video. I don't know what she's talking about there, so that's a lie. He was asleep. How did he assault you? That's my question too. If he was sleeping on his couch, how did he assault her? And again, I'm tired. My mouth's dry, so I apologize. But I just want to have a conversation about this. would you consider this, assault? I don't think it is in any way, shape, or form. She got too nosy and didn't like what she saw. That's her own fault, and she needs to take responsibility and accountability for it. Maybe if she was reporting this to DoorDash, not upload a video, be a little bit more patient. But that's just my opinion of it. I'm starting to decline and crash. I can feel it. So like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think.